Met down in Southern California in what would come to be known as the first Super Bowl. But now at modern Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, we are counting down to Super Bowl 60. And we've got a great matchup in store. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis, beyond thrilled to be bringing you the Super Bowl. All the pomp, all the circumstance, all the pageantry. It doesn't get any better than this, partner.
I'm loving sharing this booth with you, sharing this moment, this type of a game. For all the teachers who said we'd never make it, we're here.
And we talk these last couple weeks about the buildup, the anticipation. I think these guys are just ready to get out there and get this thing started.
And I know that both coaching staffs have spent considerable time trying to figure out how to best bring their team up to a peak without taking them over the edge and causing a lot of issues early in the game.
And you don't think much of a pregame speech is needed for this one?
I think the pregame speeches were the shortest all year. If they didn't just say, let's go get them, guys, they probably talked too much.
You look at this Super Bowl, the second appearance for this head coach. The first one did not go as planned, as we all know, but what do you think he's learned from that first go-around?
He learned how much it hurts to lose, and that's what you hear from coaches so often. They don't remember the wins as much as they remember the losses. You can talk about the media, the scrutiny, the hoopla, but once you've had to shake a head coach's hand and jog off the field and know you have to face the media, face your fans, face your home life, knowing that you've lost the Super Bowl, that hurts big time, and you're going to do everything possible to try and prevent that from happening again.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. Well, it seems pretty clear on this opening drive that they want to get him involved, not only, Charles, in the run game, but in the pass game as well. And he can be such a weapon for them when they utilize him this way.
And, partner, you know I'm a veteran, right? In other words, that means a little bit older. Back in my day, we used to call a guy like this a workhorse, except he carried the ball all the time. Now they get it to him a variety of ways, but you're right. They want to run their offense through him.
You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Go. Right back to Achane on second down. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go for a touchdown. But the runs that really make it work are the ones where you just get what you need, right? And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
So he'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Achane here, they stay on the ground. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Achane gets it from the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is 3rd down. They'll run for it with Achane. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. 4 yards on the pickup. Good enough to extend the drive.
Set. Ready.
Herbert takes it and just pops it forward. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Ready.
The slot man in motion right.
Ready.
A run straight ahead with Achane. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
This now a 3rd and 4.
Set. Set.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane.
And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal.
This a 33-yard attempt. And his kick here is good.
3 points, probably not going to win this Super Bowl, but at least you get something on the opening drive.
And it's certainly not going to lose it. So the bottom line is, come away with the points now, come back and get greedy later, and try and put it in the end zone.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Richardson looking to throw this. That's complete. It's Adnan Mitchell.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Let's go.
First carry now for David Montgomery.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
To the outside, that's complete to Williams.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Gibbs straight ahead.
And he'll take this one down to the 36. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down.
Now Richardson back to throw it.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gibbs. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 26.
Now it's Richardson. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Jacorian Bennett has it. And the Chargers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And got his man complete.
Still going inside the 20.
Touchdown, L.A. A big play there. 93 yards.
And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And the lead grows to 10-0.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Now Richardson.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Richardson looking to throw.
Escaping the pressure right.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A pickup of 27. And they pick up the 1st down in the process.
Here's a tap forward by Richardson. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Gibbs trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
They'll try to run with Gibbs.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well.
3rd and goal, a big play in this Super Bowl.
Come on, set. Bronco switch, Bronco switch. Hey, smash. Tight, 19 tight. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Ready, right?
Back to throw. Here's Richardson.
Flushed out right.
We have reached the 2-minute warning. In fact, just under 2 minutes to play in the opening half of this year's Super Bowl. On 4th down, on is Jake Bates for the Lions field goal. Bates' kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Up the middle, Achane.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
Still needing 10 yards. Now it's third down.
Back to throw here, Herbert.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. That's pulled in at the 32. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return, and the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. He's got it complete to Gibbs.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
And in for the Lions, touchdown.
Jameson Williams.
28 yards.
And the Lions are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl.
Extra point right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
The Charger drive about to get going. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation either.
No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they...
right on the heels of the pick six, another ball intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen.
And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Here we go, Shaq. Trap 60, trap 60. Ready?
A final shot before the half. Richardson. That's caught. It's Sam Laporta.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
Bates' kick is good.
And that will do it for this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl.
And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And I would imagine this is where you have to take stock of the situation, CD, and say, gosh, we're halfway to the Lombardi Trophy. Let's not slow down now.
And I like the way you went there. Let's not slow down now, because the first half certainly went their way. And I would expect them to continue with that type of a game plan. But you're right. You do think back to Super Bowl 54. 49ers had a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter, couldn't hold on. So plenty can still happen.
Richardson under pressure, and down he goes. Kayvon Thibodeaux from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9. How to approach this? 3rd down and 16 yards to go. Here's Richardson to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Ready.
The give, right side for Gibbs.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
18 Cardinal.
Richardson.
Forced out to his left. Thomas has got it, complete. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
Ready.
Throws out left. It's caught by Williams.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Another run for Gibbs here.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Bobby Okereke making that tackle.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe it'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Jacorian Bennett has it, and the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 3-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10.
And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line.
51 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
On the handoff, it's Achane.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
And he'll get this past the 20 as he gets about 4.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Slot man moves right. On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. 36 yards on the...
Return, and they will take over 1st and 10. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Jameson Williams, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Lions will extend their 3rd quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
21. Hey, count, play count, play count. 12, 12. Let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go. Hey.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Quan Martin. And the Lions are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. Up next, the biggest quarter of the entire season. At the end of that, we get to crown a champion. We are through 3 here in Super Bowl 60. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Bravo 80. Here we go, set.
Throw left side complete. That's Williams. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. The 1st down screen pass, good for 5. Here's a 2nd and 5.
Here we go, here we go. Check
out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. Shifts by at the 15. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
I would say that's what you call a whole lot for a little, huh?
When you bust that move out of the bag, you hope for more than 4 yards, but hey, 4 is what he got. Here's a tap forward by Richardson. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down, a nice, consistent gain.
Ready? Ready?
Touchdown! Sam Laporta, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions are feeling good as they extend their lead in this Super Bowl. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 24. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it.
6-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
59.
And their Super Bowl hopes are dwindling here in the fourth. That AFC crown from 2 weeks ago starting to seem like a distant memory. And this one just has not gone as they had hoped.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
The slot man in motion right. On third down, Achane. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 79 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. Here's Herbert. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Play action. It's Herbert. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Lions will take over possession here up at the 44. But here in the fourth quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages. But not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They go play action with Richardson. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Kayvon Thibodeaux, his 2nd sack of the night. Richardson going to change the play here. Now Richardson off play action. Into the hands of Williams across the formation. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
Let's go.
Off play action. Richardson. That is caught. He's going to have the first down and more than that. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Point after here coming up. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end. The Charger drive about to get going. CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Up the middle, Jones. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out. I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Come on, come on.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Chargers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Charger drive about to get going.
They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
To a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now it's Herbert. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. And the Chargers are going to get themselves a fresh set of downs here.
Set. Hey, easy. We'll go orange. Ready.
Herbert now. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Set.
Again, Herbert. This one thrown underneath to Achane.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
3rd and 4.
Set.
And they'll give this to Achane.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal.
This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. A pretty large mental mistake right there to give them the first.
It's situational football, and you have to know you're down in distance. On that 4th down, any type of penalty would give them a first down, so you can't jump off sides. You can't encroach. You've got to be careful.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance.
And now the half not quite over yet. This is a live football on the miss. And he'll finally be taken down here. So no late touchdown on the